Hi everyone, welcome to Coding with Nuno. Today we're going to set up a project from scratch with React, TypeScript, and TailwindCSS. We'll start with setting up our project structure, then configure each tool step by step. By the end of the video, you will have a solid foundation that you can use for virtually any web project. First, we create the folder for the project. We initialize Node with the default settings, install React and React DOM, TypeScript and TypeScript types for React, initialize TypeScript in the project. This created a tsconfig file, and we're going to make sure that TypeScript works well with React and JSX. Install Webpack, loaders, and Babel for bundling and transpiling. Now we're going to create the Webpack config file. We're going to import path and HTML Webpack plugin. Now we're going to specify the entry point and the output. And we're going to tell Webpack which extensions it should resolve by default. In the module section, we define how different type of modules should be treated. We're going to configure Babel loader for TS and TSX files, and we're going to exclude those modules. We're going to include the HTML Webpack plugin to use index.html as a template. And finally, the dev server settings. Now we're going to create the Babel configuration file, and we're going to specify which presets Babel should use when it's transpiling the code. Next, we install TailwindCSS and PostCSS and initialize Tailwind. And we're going to specify the paths on Tailwind for our template files. We're going now to create the PostCSS config file, and we're going to configure it to use Tailwind CSS and auto prefixer. Now we're going to create the CSS file, and we're going to add the Tailwind directives to it. And now we need to update Webpack config to use PostCSS loader for the CSS files. And now we can create our entry point and add the CSS file. We create the index.html file, which is our template. And we're going to add the HTML for the page with the title, with the div ID root. And we're back to the index.tsx file. We're going to create a component. We import React and React DOM. And we're going to create the component app component with a simple hello world. We get the container, which is the element with ID root. And if the container exists, we render our component. And now we're going to add some scripts to start the application and also to build for production. And finally, we can run our application and see the end result with the yellow world displayed on the page. And that's it. We finished our project setup. We've successfully configured the development environment with React, TypeScript, and Tailwind CSS. You can find the link to my GitHub repo in the description. I encourage you to play around with this setup, experiment with different components, try out Tailwind, and get a feel for TypeScript. Best way to learn is by doing, so dive in and start building. If you found this tutorial helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for watching and happy coding. See you in the next video.